Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. We are coming together for the Confessions of a Paper Addict COAPA Shop on Etsy. She's celebrating her grand opening and Virginia is absolutely amazing. So I'll just tell you a little bit about the hop, which I'm sure you guys have heard from the previous channels while I go through my Vicky Boutin products and start my layout. So Virginia has been creating cut files for a while now and they are fantastic. Like super fresh designs, really fun, and they cut beautifully. To celebrate the grand opening of her brand new Etsy shop, and it's called COAPA CutFiles on Etsy, she's offering a 10% off your purchase coupon by using welcome10, and that'll be at the end of the video also, the coupon code. So the coupon code is going to be valid for 1 week through March 31st, which is, I think, like International Day or something like that. I'm not really sure, but so we're celebrating a bunch of these scrappy ladies coming together, and there's also going to be some awesome challenges in the COAPA Facebook group, which I'll have linked in the description box below, and they're open to everybody. So there's also some awesome prizes, including free cut files, a gift certificate from Spiegel Mom Scraps, that's me, a Kitaholic Kit's main kit for the month of April, scrapbook.com gift cards or gift certificates, and some amazing products sponsored by Rosie Studios, who was super generous to Virginia. So we're all coming together to celebrate her and congratulating her, and are so proud of her in opening her shop. So, all right, so you've been watching me put my layout together so far. So I used the awesome, like, messy circles cut file, and I cut it 3 times on 1 sheet of white smooth cardstock. So I was really inspired when I saw the cut file because it automatically reminded me of that photo of my daughter Hannah shooting archery at Girl Scout camp last year. She just had a natural knack for it and was just... like, she just rocked it. It was so awesome. So this cut file definitely inspired me to use this photo of my daughter. So I really wanted it to pop and be bold and stand out. So I chose that Vicky Boutin paper, and I don't have the name of it off the top of my head, but it's from the brand new Color Kaleidoscope collection, and it's gorgeous. It is such a deep, rich pink. It's just beautiful. So I did coat that with gesso so I could do some mixed media on it, and then I let that dry. And then I just went for it. So I did mark the spots kind of around where the 3 sizes of cut files are going to be. And you can see I'm kind of following that and spraying like in between where those cut files are going to be. So you'll be able to see that I'll have some rings of color starting to be built. So I am drying them in between a little bit, kind of pushing the color around. I don't mind if they blend a little bit when the colors touch, but I don't want there to be a ton of orange. I really want there to be more of a separation with that bright pink and the golden yellow color. And then I spray the blue, and I thought I messed up. This blue was so bright, and that's partially not the gesso's fault, but kind of. The gesso really gives you a good barrier between your paper and your mixed media product, so your colors stay very true. So I blotted a lot of that up and then used my little spray mister, and that's just water I'm spraying back onto it so I can kind of blend it out and soften it up a little bit because it was like crazy bright. I did not expect it to be that bright. But it's fine. I mean, mixed media stuff always kind of looks like a hot mess before you start putting your cut files and stuff back on top of it. And I'm not sure, I have to adjust my lights again. There seems to be, they're just in a bad spot or the wrong spot because I keep getting like a glare in that area. So I'll try to get that fixed for next time, you guys. So bear with me. So as you can see, I'm just adding some more layers of the mixed media. I'm just using my Shimmers products here, some of my favorite mixed media stuff to use. It's so much fun. I love making backgrounds with them, spraying them on, using the packaging technique, spraying through stencils, even watercoloring them on just with my little water brush there. All right, so it's the next day and I lost a little bit of footage here, but as you can see, I used some other mixed media and layered on top of what I already had there. So I created some other fun texture and dimension in between those, I guess, bullseye circles. And I used the Vicki Boutin brand new stencils for Color Kaleidoscope and used my art crayon and just used my stencil brush and just pushed that art crayon right through the stencil brush and got an absolutely gorgeous effect. Like, it was beautiful. So that's how I did that. And then there's also some pink laid on top of the second layer or the second circle, and I pushed some Catherine Pooler inks right through another Vicki Boutin stencil. So there's a really super pretty pink on pink tone there, and then the blue dots, like that's a really pretty kind of tone on tone because there's also the same or a similar blue sprayed behind that one. So I'm ready to commit. I'm going to glue that down. So I got all that taken care of. And I cut out, like I didn't make you guys watch me back the Be Brave cut files or anything like that because that was kind of fussy. But at this point, I'm ready to add something to the middle of that bullseye. So I envisioned there to be a layered dimensional bullseye. And I followed the color scheme that is actually in the bullseye in the picture with my daughter. So I used the same kind of basic colors. I used black for the back, and then I used the dark purplish blue, and then I'm going to use that red, and then I think the yellow one goes on top of that. I do end up trimming the black bottom layer down a bit because it's just a bit too much, and I couldn't find my circle punch that would have been the better size, so I just trimmed it down and made it work. But now what I'm doing, because I do want that center to be popped up and dimensional, I actually add foam adhesive between each layer. So it's very, very dimensional. So the close-up pictures, you'll really be able to see how much that stands up. Because I really wanted this layout to be more dimensional. Oh, and then I'm showing you my Vicki Boutin tag. That was from She Loves Color in, oh my gosh, October of last year. We had so much fun in her class, was like fabulous. So she did some make and takes later that night and was super gracious and patient with all the crazy scrapbookers around her, like waiting for tags and just waiting for Vicki to sign them. So she was awesome. It hangs right on my little scrapbook desk there, right in front of me. So just a little constant source of inspiration for Vicki. So Vicki, if you're watching, thank you. You're always on my desk and I love it. All right, so I'm just continuing to build the layers, and I'm sorry my head's in the way again, but I have to like be right over the top of it so I can see and make sure that it's centered, because a lot of things I don't mind if they're a little wonky or, you know, not perfect, but it's a bullseye. So to me, like, the bullseye just had to be like spot on, and it had to be perfect, or as perfect as it could be. So I had to like put my head over the top of it and really like make sure it didn't move. And I kept moving it because I used glue instead of my what's it called, like my two-sided tape. So every time I would like bump it, it would the whole thing would shift and I would have to fix it. So here I'm trying to put heavy stuff on it so it dries in place, and I was fighting with it, so I cut that out. So we are just about done with my layout here. So I'm just adding some fun little extra elements. I'm adding some stickers from the Vicki Boutin sticker book. I've also added some flair from Scrap and Happy Studio, which I love. Her flair is an epoxy, more flat flair, and it's super cute. I have a bunch there, as you can see. I'm just, you know, fiddling around trying to figure out where I want to put some last few embellishments. The close-ups are going to be coming here in just a few seconds, and there you'll be able to see where I added just a couple extra finishing touches and a couple more ink splatters to finish it off. I threw some more black ink on there. So again, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoy the whole hop, and make sure you like
And subscribe to all of our channels. We would absolutely love that. And show Virginia some love and use the coupon code coming up to purchase some awesome cut files from her shop. Thanks so much and enjoy the rest of the YouTube hop, everybody.